There we go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay. When we last left our heroes, okay, let's see. What's the best way to sliver this thing? Hey, Edwin. Good evening. How you feeling? Came out pretty okay. Hey, Tony. Good morning. How are you? Making a tool to help mom patient exercise, and it must be done tonight. So I'll be sleepy tomorrow. Sounds like. Are you 3D? Are you designing and 3D printing it? Is that correct, Edwin? Doing okay. How's the puppy doing? First of all, how's the family? How are you? How's the puppy? Ugh, man, I feel like I go through a second puberty every now and then. Okay. See how far in we went. Not enough. Okay, good morning. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Good morning. Yep, by design, 3D print and assemble it. Yep. MacGyver the shit out of this thing. Nice. He's doing good, and the family is doing well. Also, at least at the moment. She, not he. I'm sorry, she, not he. Got okay. Is the puppy at least living its good life? That's what we like to say about our cats and our children. 1.6 goes in 1.5. Let's go back in. Bang. Actually, I just realized something. Inside this box, there are things which may help. I don't remember if I took everything. Oh, I did. I think I took everything out. Give me a second here, guys. Now to find where I put all the doodads and parts. Should be here. It is not. Guys, give me a moment. I'll be right there. Measuring. Nope. We'll figure it out. So great news to start the day. I love great news, Joe. Hit me up. Got a raise, looking next month on promotion and end of month bonus to the paycheck. Woo! Also, Jocelyn been at my house all week. Joe, correct me if I'm wrong. So Jocelyn, excuse me, I apologize. Jocelyn is not living with you. Is it kind of split between the two of you? I'd rather build a PG with eyes closed than doing this again without proper information. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing like designing something with not quite enough. Edwin, I'm guessing though you're coming along okay with it. Excuse me. I think it is. She went poop outside yesterday for my son, at least, but she did have an accident inside last night, so gonna have to get lead out back. Oh, lead as in a line of some sort to yeah, got it. If I'm correct. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey Nick, good morning. How are you? Oh man, I am tired. Anybody else? I'm burned out. I'm just like it's been a week. It has been a week, but it's in some ways it's been a good one. You know, life gives you lemons. What do? You throw them in the trash and go get yourself a beer. No, kidding aside, lemons into lemonade. Not really. The itemized checklist got 10 items on it. I only checked 2 of them as we are speaking. Oh, wow. Yeah, she decides where she wants to stay. I don't like the court or anyone else. Should make the choice for her. So she comes and goes. And Joe, she's a freshman this year, correct? Freshman in high school, correct? Good. Found out my application for the job is moving forward. Yes. Very happy for you, Nick. Very excited for you. It's just, this is the thing. Sometimes we get so bogged down in the bullshit of life, right? That we forget that there's a lot of good going on out there. And I think this is the issue. It's like, the problem is, it's like, well, yes, there's always going to be a problem. The question is there anything good going on? I think the answer generally is, yeah, there's a lot of good. Congratulations to Nick. Joe, fantastic news. Anthony has a new puppy and almost potty trained. And Edwin is becoming a medical designer, medical and tool designer with 10th grade AP classes. Nice. All right, let's see. Yeah, we ordered a lead wire. Just got to hang it later today. Yep. I'm becoming a one-to-one scratch builder. Yeah. See, I think that's the problem when people are, oh, you do that 3D printing stuff. Can you do something for me? See, this is why I don't think I'm going to own a 3D printer anytime soon. Hey, yeah. Hey, Austin, you friend of mine from the club, and you guys have probably seen him here. Trash bag scale models. It's like, hey, Austin, you got a 3D printer, right? Can I ask a favor? Can you print? Oh, yeah, of course. Awesome. Why do I want one? I'll let others print something for me. Now, obviously, that will never continue forever, but at least for now. Oh, shit. It didn't go all the way through. Fuck. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Well, that kind of blows. First of all, let me see if I got at least the right dimensions. Yes, I'm eyeballing it. A lot of my scratch building, I actually eyeball. There's a bunch of stuff that gets measured, but there's just a lot of stuff that just gets eyeballed too. Yeah, see, that's close enough. I mean, I'll file some of it down just to smooth it out, but yeah, it's good. Yes. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. Not a guaranteed, but hey, you're right. It's a step forward. You got a vinyl cutter. You can help a brother out. Exactly. I have to send you this joke cartoon of Warhammer called Space King. So funny. I want a hate mace. Hate mace. Oh God. I want nothing to do with hate. I'm just done with hate. Anyway, give me a second, guys. Oh, that's a little better. Okay. I'm gonna make a seems like I am going to make a hate mace. Nice. I just ordered new parts for my recently broken Cricut. Really. And one of these days, somebody's gonna have to show me how to use mine. All right, let's see if I can do this without launching parts. I need I'm not going to put this back into the little vise. I'm just going to do it right here. See if we can break through. So I got a few things I need to kind of go over with you guys, you boys. You put the vinyl in, you take the vinyl out, you put the vinyl in, then cut it off. That's what it's all about, huh? You're the best, Ray. So one, I may need to pop out just to let you guys know. My wife last night, she's in town at an event, but she was at an event last night and unfortunately injured her leg pretty seriously. So if she needs help kind of becoming mobile, I may need to pop out, just letting everybody know. So the let me just do this again. Yeah. I think it came out. I don't see it in here. It's not inside, so it had to come out. There it is. All right. Let's run this old. Thank you. I appreciate that, Edwin. I'll let her know. So yesterday, I was contacted by somebody who is on here. You might have seen him, Skyrider Jim, I think is what he goes with. It's Robert. Robert, who had a phenomenal model on the table this past weekend. I assume it's old schools, kids at the school don't beat themselves. Nice. His Shin Musha, the finish work on it was absolutely fabulous. And if you want to talk about a modeler who I've seen started out really strongly, and just, you know, when I was judging a lot of his stuff the last couple of years, I'd point out places where I think he can improve, where he's really strong. His last model, it's like, Robert, the spear and the top of the head of the spear and the bottom and the staff, it's just the part separate. Yeah, I should have pushed it in and I forgot to do it. And there's like maybe a little seam separation up the top near the shoulders. Anything else? No. It was like, this thing is fabulous. And the application of what appeared to be what they call it. He did dry transfers, this gold dry transfer on the shoulders. It was awesome. Yeah, that goal was what again, Ray, wasn't it just beautiful? He knocked it out of the park. So I talk about a person who's taking it upon himself to become a better modeler by listening to people, by not I'm not just saying me, he's actually interested in how do I get better. So he reached out yesterday and he's like, so what's all this scuttlebutt that's going on, with the show? And look, and I don't want to go out there and just say, oh, there's a bunch of assholes. I don't do that. It's like, hey, there's photos that have been taken. It's not all that great. If you want to see kind of what's being said, you can go to the specific Facebook page. So he goes there and he posts a question about, like he's reading a bunch of the posts and there's a couple people complaining about using a flashlight when judging a model. And he asks him, it's like, so can somebody please explain to me why flashlights are such a negative thing? And one of the responders, and I know who it is. I will not say who it is because of that, but one of the responders said, hey, the reason you don't use a flashlight is because if you go up too close, you're picking up the model and you're looking underneath it, and you probably shouldn't be doing that, but that's probably the only place you shouldn't be using a flashlight, but it really depends on what you want to do. So he's like, so I'm still not understanding, why wouldn't you use a flashlight? He goes, because then you get too close and you see too many of the imperfections, and it's so Robert texts me back and he says, so they're complaining that a model on a judging table is being judged. And the way he phrased it, I'm like, well, I guess that is the problem. Oh my God, no, don't. I got a model on the table. Don't judge it. Oh my God, you're judging it. How dare you judge a model on a judging table? That's fucking stupid. Who has pictures of PatCon? So there are two things. There's been a bunch of people who've been posting. Certainly Mason has been posting photos of PatCon, of what I call the legitimate side of things. Everything that's been positive about the show, which is like literally 99.999%. There's one place where there's a photo, a couple places. Now, this is the thing that's going around and becoming viral, of our two judges that were picking up a model and looking underneath it. Now, again, I'm not here to vilify, crucify, or defend these guys. That's not what I'm here. I'm just saying that's what's been going around. And if you read the comments by people, it is fucking ridiculous. But Robert's response was great. And again, I didn't encourage him to say anything or anything like that. He's like, I'm just trying to understand this. What are you saying about this? And these guys really don't have good answers. It's literally vomit, it's venom, it's whatever. It was like the criminal admit that he has done a crime. Exactly. Seems like that man entitled to a lawyer, Gumpla lawyer. Hey, Dwayne, good morning. What's going on, brother? The absurdity of it all is just incredible. There's been, okay, so, anyway, I'm not here to kind of belabor that, but I just found that absolutely hilarious. All right, let's get back to drilling this little bit here. Seeing if I can do it just by hand. I can't tell if it's spinning or not. I don't think, well, yeah, it is. Anyway, funny shit. Dwayne. Oh, yeah. Hit positive. It's back on. There should be a dumpster fire. Still better than the way I spelled in crayon. Upset of people. Yeah, man. Upset are very silly. Oh yeah. It's just it's to the point of, it's, here's the long and the short of it. You read all this stuff and your first inclination is, I either need to respond or your blood pressure goes up or both. And after a while, it's like, I can't respond to this stuff, because it's like all you're going to do is going to get into a pissing match and you never win. So a couple of people have responded in some interesting ways. Like somebody was saying, like, this was happening all over PatCon, the picking up of models. And I said, please let me know, because I want to know, is this a prevalent issue? And he got back and said, well, there was one model and, of course, the car. It was a plain model and, of course, the car. I said, so you're telling me there are two models. Am I correct? I just need to know. So I'm waiting for that response. And then at another time, he called the people, the judges, obnoxious, I think was the word he used, obnoxious and something else. And I said, did they say or do anything aside from lifting up the model? Did they say or do anything at the show? Because if they did, I'm going to pull these guys aside and talk to them. It's just, it's the theater of the absurd. What do we want? Low flying airplane noises. When do we want them? Meow. Nice. Good morning, Mike. What's going on, brother? Dude, I'm getting super psyched for Classic Plastic this Sunday. I just found out Mac Johnson's going to be up there. Mac is the Granite State Modelers president. He is a judging mentor for me. I love talking with Mac. We are very much on the same page on so many different things. I love helping him out at his show. He's always volunteered to help out at our show. He's just such a great guy. So I'm excited that he's going to be up there. Clint, what's going on, brother? I'm 5 miles away from Willow Run Airport every day. Prop planes lately. The bomber has been flying. Nice. That's the best easy. That's the best easy to handle at George. What's that? What did I say that's good? Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. When you post stupid shit, and I'm just going to say this, and I'm not a smart guy, but I've been doing what I've been doing professionally for a while. And the first thing that we learned, and I'm talking about almost 30 years ago, okay, little interesting lesson. So Twitter, etc., used to be a large retailer and custom installer to the real basic level of audio and video. And we went, and they had an intense training program. And one of the things that they learned while they were doing they're creating their processes for how to train people was they actually did some studies, their own studies. So they had clients go in and they dealt with two different types of salespeople. One person who the client would ask the question and all the salesperson did was answer. Hey, how big is this TV? It's a 65-inch. That's all they did. The other one was like, they asked, like, hey, how big is a 65-inch? Well, there are a variety of different TVs. What size are you looking for? Never answered a question directly. They interviewed the people as they walked out of the store. So can I ask how your experience was? And their studies showed that the person who asked questions, not the one who gave answers, was the one that provided more information to them and the one that they felt they were getting more information, like literally like a better decision, and were closing sales. The reason I'm saying this is because if you go in there and you just sit there and just tit for tat, answer, you lose. You fire off questions, you get to the heart of it, and you end up getting the information you need. And usually the person who's asking, who's saying this stuff, is the one who's going to be found out. It's like, like I said, like this guy saying this is prevalent on the show. It's like, so you pointed out 2 examples. Is there anything else? Am I missing anything? Yeah, picking up models is the controversy. Correct, Clint. And again, I'm not asking anybody to justify the action. There's plenty enough out there. You can search it. Just look up PatCon controversy, PatCon picking up models, and I'm sure you'll find a whole host of different places. It is what it is. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm dealing with the situation. The club is dealing with the situation. We're gonna get through it. I just hate to see our two judges getting vilified because they were following protocols. I seen the judges pick up and look under one of my models, and right then I knew I was out of contention. There were issues under there. Yeah. And Mike, that's the reason why they did that. When your models are so good, they start looking at other areas to try to find places where which one stands out more than the other. Right or wrong. I'm not justifying it. This is what was explained to me and why it's done. Do I think we will continue with this? I hope not. We'll see. I'm not smart enough for this many people to be dumber than me. Nice. Active listening is required for pointed questions. Yeah. Again, Dwayne, if memory serves, you're married to a lawyer. And that's why it's like lawyers, they ask questions. And generally, they're asking questions that they kind of know the answers to. It's all about giving value to the customer. They will come back with friends. Exactly. It would be the first time I got in trouble for trying to pick up models. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I sent you. It's a training or rules opportunity. Yeah. And Dwayne, I will get a chance to read it, and I appreciate all the feedback. Just please understand right now, I'm so overwhelmed between work, family stuff, trying to even enjoy this, and we'll talk about this in a second. And just everything that's been going on just from club stuff. It's the club stuff has become a full-time job. I wish it was paid. It's not, and I get it, but still. Why is picking up a model a big deal? Didn't the person have to pick it up to get it there? People need to learn to relax. Bigger things to worry and complain about. Yeah. And just so you know, I sent an email out to all of the leaders, the chapter leaders in our region 1, which is basically all New York through New England. And that's what I just said. It's like, look, guys, all I'm asking, it's like, remember, we're humans first and scale modelers second. You know, I just don't think that we should be shredding, people for, yeah. As my wife years ago said, remember when I was bringing up a GBWC issue, and I was like, this is all this scuttlebutt going on about this and that and all these, and people bitching. And she looked at me and she just said, and it's about scale modeling, about plastic models, right? I'm like, yeah, plastic models. And it's like, yeah. Oh, when I win an argument, nice. Yeah, I believe it. You're already they're naturally just trying to shortcut your response. No, I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, we're all human here. True word cycling. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, look, agree to disagree. This is the world we live in, unfortunately, right? Anybody who's a keyboard warrior. And the funny part about a lot of this stuff is it's like, it's not even about like the specific issue. Now you have people pulling out all sorts of bullshit. The same people won, all the time. Okay, so you want us to cheat and just say, well, that's the best model, but we're going to give it to this guy instead because we don't want to have too many of the same winners. I'm just like, what do you want? People are stupid. Anyway, just people are stupid. Hey, Richie. Happy Friday Eve, everyone. I am a meat popsicle. Exactly. There we go. All right. Let's bore through a little bit here, guys. Give me a second. Ooh, crushed that too much. Way too much. Okay, bummer. That's going to be a problem. You know what? Let's see if I can do this another way. It is what it is. In the end, I'm getting to a point right now where it's like, this is all going to pass. Controversies will always be there. Let's also just try to remember it was an excellent show. And that's it. Let's move on. We're almost through. There we go. All right, perfect. Leave it there for a second. I'm going to need to trim it back too. It's just a little too angled for me. It should be about loving the craft. Yes. And in fact, I am now going to run an idea by you guys. And this came from Richard Price, who is, he is one of the judges and he's a friend. Okay. He's one of the judges that's been vilified, but he's like, you know what? This whole competition thing, he's saying this is becoming a bunch of bonker shit. And his recommendation was, you know what I want to do? I think next year I'm going to buy a bunch of tables, and I'm going to have all the Gundam types put their models on these tables. And what we're going to do is we're going to do what they do over in the UK. It's going to be like a club table. You put your models down. The members who put their models down get the chance to talk to people. People walk by and say, hey, do you want me to tell you about my model? Do you want, let me fill you in. I think we are going to do that next year. I'd love to hear from you folks. What do you think about it? So now taking the display only table one step further. We're not unique in doing this. Other people have done it, but I think now this has sort of been like the impetus to do it even more is to have literally a club table. What do you think? This is enemy bag, Bomek. Just made me think that as a Star Trek episode. Nice. We're still talking about the locker stuffers. Yeah, we are. Should be fun. It becomes a storytelling time. Exactly. And isn't that what it's about? Isn't it about we're trying to talk with people, not only about models, but we'll start with that, but also just this is about the camaraderie of what we do. So so what do you guys think? I hate when I have a bit and I don't remember where it goes. There it is. It's like, that's not that package. It's interaction. Exactly. It was way better just doing the display table, honestly. Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Would it be table showcasing a modeler's work, entire work, or would it be in categories? I think it would be great. More people should talk about what they created. Instead of laying on the table and walk away. Exactly. Yeah, do it. Fuck it. Tell me why you did that. Did what you did. Exactly, Clint. 7 p.m. today? No. There will be no 7 p.m. In fact, I think at least not today. I'm too burned out. My wife's in town, and I just my brain isn't. I haven't even been following what's going on. Not a little bit what's going on in politics, and my brain is too fucked right now. Time to roll out. Nick, have a good one, brother. Enjoy the day. May it be a peaceful day for you. But the point of the show is, so I just want to make sure I understand who's asking this. So Dwayne's asking. So Dwayne, the point is to have like almost like a club table, and the members of that club, in this case, the Gundam community, we'll maybe make up a name, and then they put their models there. Don't put them in the competition. Put them on these tables, and these tables are reserved specifically for the Gundam modelers. I don't care who they are. And then you're going to be milling about. There'll be chairs, whatever, or just be standing. And as people walk by and they see models, like you can talk to them. They might ask questions. Hey, if anybody, and maybe even put like a banner next to it and just say, you know what? This table is the Gundam table. If you have any questions, ask away. Something to that effect. George, there's a 7 p.m. every day. Yeah, technically there is. That is true. That is quite true. All right, let's see if I can get this little itty bitty part done. So Also, guys, just to the same point that I was making about no 7 p.m. I will not be doing a live stream tomorrow. I'm starting to now pull back a little bit. Look, and I get it. This week has been a week where I've been doing a lot of blithering, and I'm just not getting enough model work done. And this is the only time I usually will be able to sit down. So tomorrow I will be at the bench, but I'm going to be solo. Oh shit! Don't want to lose that part. Give me a second, guys. I'll be solo because I do need to get some work done. I really want to get this model done. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Wow. All right, fine. Let's do it this way. I really need to get this model done. And I'm not spending enough time on the model itself. Hey, Peter, good morning. Straight to 8. Why does he want to segregate the Gundam guys? I don't want to segregate them. I think Richard came up with a great idea that this is sort of like the impetus to create what are called like club tables. This is something that happens at other competitions around the world. I believe in the UK they do that. Less competition focused and more, I forget there's a specific word for it, more about just showing off your models. And if other people want to do it, if the classic plastic guys want to come in and they want to buy a table or two, and they just want to have all their club stuff out and talk about their models, I'm all in. I want to move away from fucking competitions. I'm done with competitions. They create the most pain for the least gain. Well then, take it easy. You're not the little man on the control. No one will blame you. Nice. Make sure we have a wheelchair for digs. Oh, we'll make sure. Oh, and a can that might not be wanted. I can see all clubs and wanting their own table. Absolutely. Let's do it. But we have to start because we've never done this in this area before. That's my point. We do something for each category, card table. If they want exhibition, if they want to do that, I'm all in. Absolutely. I'm all in. I would rather have our tables populated with models that everybody looks at and move away from the competition mentality. But the point that Richard was trying to make was, let's start it. And I appreciate that. So once again, I'm not looking to limit it. If anybody else wants to be part of this, I'm all in. Guys, let me know. What do you think? Yeah, Mike, I will gladly give the guys a classic plastic. I will offer it to them. I think that's awesome. Would they be interested in that? Me and Dick can talk to the boys about seriously doing this next year. Shall see. Yeah. This is not a new concept. It's just a concept that hasn't found a home here in the US. It is not a new concept. If the focus becomes the modeler, then they can talk about everything instead of a category. I'm in. Yeah. And again, it could be, let's say you've got the Granite State guys and they do armor and planes, whatever. You want to do that instead? Again, I'm all in. Peter's in too. I love it. You know, the RVA team would love it. There you go. Hey guys, buy a table. So instead of charging people a fee to come in, you know, like you're going to be competing. So you're $5 for 3, you're $6 for 6 or whatever. You're $10 for 6. Instead, buy a table. You want two tables, whatever the cost is. Now we're having more of a of a show. It's like I don't know. I think that would be much more enjoyable. I'm all about it, George. You already know how much I hate the competition aspect and it makes petty. It makes builders become 100%. All right, later, Space Noids. Joe, have a good day, brother. Have fun with your daughter. Enjoy that time with her. I'm going to need to compete, though. I love flashlights. Me too. Who doesn't love flashlights? I have to give some of these people a proctology exam. Oh, these are not the same size, so I'm going to have to fix that. Second, guys. I just want to get this. I just want to see if I get at least some of this done. Okay, let's pop this in. Now I just want to see what this looks like. Yeah, I have to get these things sized correctly, but I like what I'm seeing here so far. Yeah, there we go. Again, all I did was just add a little bit of a, those two little bits up top there, two little white bits right there. Again, just to give it a little bit more character. In fact, from here, you can't even tell that they're different. Yeah, you can. They're not 100% accurate. Having all the different crews around the world would make better interactions. Absolutely. And isn't that what this is a lot about, really? So this kind of continues to bring back the concept of, you dealt lemons, let's make lemonade. And I think this is a terrific idea. And I think I love the bits. I think they definitely added a nice bit of character to this foot as well. Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate it. I am gonna have to just shape them a little bit, but they're looking good. Yeah, right. How much time I got? About 5 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna very gently try to pull them out. There we go. Pull that one out. And let's quickly sand away just to get this a little bit better sized. You'll get the Quentin Tarantino for those feet. The Quentin Tarantino? I'm scared to ask what that means. Oh, hello. I do not need parts to go flying. The only problem with this is this part is not square. Oh, the Quentin Tarantino award. Still not sure I understand the reference. Let's get almost better. Well, it's thinner. It's still not 100%. But you know what? At the same time, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it this way. Just add another bevel over on this one. Call that a day. Tarantino's a big fee. Oh, is he really? Southern Had Coffee. If you're talking about me, not enough for sure. I'm actually cutting back on my coffee intake. Just finding it is the afternoon coffee isn't doing anything really. So and it's not like I'm enjoying it as much. Morning coffee, a requirement. Afternoon, not as important. So I'm starting to cut back. Get back. Okay, let's get this thing assembled again. And now we're going to glue these parts together. Not the upper and lower foot, but get these little these little bits sussed out where we want them. And then we're going to glue them in place. So that way they're ready to go and they're not going to move again. Oh, shit. That was a save. Let's get the glasses on. There we go. Come on. To force it on there, that's kind of wild. Okay. Whew. Hang out with Brian. I might have had caffeine poisoning. Nice. I'm writing a Terminator reboot where he has to come from the future to prevent Quentin Tarantino from being born. That sounds like a movie I'd like to see. Just keep it at 2 cup stops. That's exactly what it is. Speed of the language alone in a movie. Exactly. All right, let's do this again. And then we're going to secure these parts. Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. There we go. And then once this is sussed out, I'll probably end up, there we go. I'll probably end up, because I think it's going to be completely forward. I'm trying to get the foot completely forward as he's going to be kind of hunching over. Yeah, I'm not happy with that so far. Why? This one here just isn't sitting quite as well as I'd like. So let's shave it back. There we go. A little bit better. Sorry, guys. I am trying to just get this thing before I take off. I just want to get some of this thing kind of sussed out. I might have damaged it too much now, but I don't care about that. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. You know what? We're going to glue them in place, and then we're going to refine them afterward. I think is what we're going to do. Because right now they're just moving a little too much, but I can get them in place. There we go. All right, let's glue them in, and then we're going to call it a session today. Anyway, it is Thursday. Anybody got anything special planned for the day or not? to get these 2 scratch build done. Nice. Going to Philly this weekend, and it's just survival. That's it. Just survival, huh? Son is homesick. Daughter too. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. That blows. But hopefully nothing too serious. But then again, they are little petri dishes, aren't they? Okay. Now I'm going to bend this back just to get them off a little bit of the, so they don't stick to the upper part. We're good. And we're done. With that, we are done. Hey, Tom, good morning. It's fall time to watch movies. It is that. Might go see Danny Gumplet, ask him about my garage kit and how to work on. Ooh. Hey, do me a favor, Clint. If you do see Danny, please send my regards. Hi, Dwayne. It's an old Guyver garage kit from the 90s and made. Oh, it's a vinyl kit. Ooh. It's getting cool. Maybe time to turn on the heat. Maybe. All right, guys, time for me to roll. Stay safe and stay sane. Thanks, everybody, for being on this morning at Classic Plastic. I'm going to leave a flashlight and magnifier next to my model. And I'm going to take photos of it, and I'm going to pick it up and hold it from up high, and then accidentally, shoo, we can joke about it, right, Mike? Later, everyone. Later, Clint. Later, Dwayne. But guys, go out there and do good. Life is too short for for questioning the humanity because of what we do, right? I mean, honestly, just go out there and have fun and do the same with that. Just show people a good time, show people kindness, respect, love. Let's just be good. Pocket flashlights as gift for pack on. That'd be great. We actually did have those, by the way. I'm just saying. Pen lights. Anyway, but go out there and do good, guys. Enjoy the day. Brighten the world. Do right by people. All right. I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day. Love you all. Nope. I take it back. I will not be on tomorrow, Friday. I'll be back on Saturday. Guys, do good. Enjoy. And I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.